Hey everyone, it's Laura the Raptor back again with another video. This one is a little bit xenomorphic, I would say, because I've got this fancy box right here. I had a package show up today, so I'm going to do an unboxing of the new figures I got. The first one is the Alien Defiance Xenomorph. Let's see if I can get the glare up there so you can see him. So this is a Xenomorph alien from a comic book series. It's a 12-arc comic book series that came out quite some time ago, but they have made a pretty cool figure of it. So let's take a snip snip and get her open and take a look. So, I'm pretty impatient when I open my figures for the most part, which means there's usually a lot of, I don't really care which way the box goes when I open, especially these plastic, this sort of plastic casing. I hate, like they look really nice on the shelves, but I hate opening this kind of stuff, especially when you get like a pair of scissors that is wrapped in it, and that is just awful. Well, I'm opening this one. So I'll let you know, I'm a huge Alien fan. Alien is one of my favorite horror movies. I'm not honestly a huge sci-fi horror fan, but that one hits all the right buttons. It is awesome. Ripley is one of my favorite movie characters. She kicks ass. Sigourney Weaver in general is just pretty great. Ow. Careful not to slice your finger open on plastic when you're opening it, which it's really easy to do when you get all these sharp pieces. Another reason why I hate this kind of box. Alright, so we can see him in there. One thing you might notice right off the hop is the legs on this one are the goat style legs, which I'm pretty sure Alien Isolation is the only other one like that. So it's got all these fun twist ties on it to get out. Let's see if we can get these undone. Oh my goodness. It's the excitement of Alien figures. No, to be honest, I am on vacation this week, and I have just got, this was sitting on my porch waiting for me when I got home from the longest walk ever. It definitely said it was not supposed to be delivered today, so I figured it was safe to be out all day. And I was wrong. Thankfully, my post office person, my Canada Post person, is phenomenal at hiding things for me. Which is really good. So thankfully nobody took off with it. I'm sure if anybody found it on my porch and like took it home to open up, hoping it was like an iPhone or something, would have been sorely disappointed to find this. All right, now the hard part, the actual removal of the Xenomorph from its plastic prison. I might just try to cut these. Oh no, I might have got it. I might have got it to come out. Oh, and it even comes with a stand. Oh, I love when figures come with stands. So we have quite a few of these figures, the Alien NECA line. We have quite a few, and most of them are pretty wobbly. They don't stand phenomenally well. Oh, look at this tail. Superposable tail. Most of them, like, if not all of the ones we have, do have the superposable tail. So look at now, one thing about this figure that is really cool, I wonder if I can it's kind of hard to see, but it does have eyes like, or not eyes, teeth like a shark for this figure. Shark-like teeth, very, very cool on this figure. Like most of the, let's see, his jaw does have quite a bit of movement there. Can I get his? Yes, you can kind of see the second set of teeth. Let's see if I can get them to come forward a bit. No, not really, but you can kind of see, if you can zoom. Unfortunately not, but there are actually 3 rows of teeth, including the protruding mouth, the shark-like extra rows of teeth, and then the external teeth. I also really like that the frill on the head is a little bit wider than you see in a lot of aliens. It frills out and it's got this extra rather than the smooth dome or the more narrow dome. It's kind of almost like a little bit more like a queen, but this one, it is supposed to be in the actual story, in the comic. It is a little different than most other aliens. So what makes this one special is the main character of the comic is a colonial marine, and she pulls, if I remember correctly, it's been quite a while, she pulls like she gets face huggered, she pulls the alien out of her own body, and because of this, it's a little mutated. It's not developed the same as all the others, so it does come out a little different, which is why we got a figure for this special figure, because he's not just, you know, alien, you know, drone 182. He's an actual, like, special one. But that is sharp. So yes, you can see the goat style legs there, if I get the tail out of the way, which are really cool. Oh, these figures, like NECA in general, I love NECA figures. We have quite a few of them. Yeah, they are a little more money, but you do get what you paid for, which is nice. The detailing, the paint job, everything on them. Like, despite he's just a brown and black figure, the detail is just phenomenal on there. You can hyperpose them. The fact that this one comes with this stand, so handy dandy stand, which a lot of them don't come with. So unfortunately, since they lean a little bit, we have actually had a couple fall, which obviously is not what you want, because a couple of these things here, ooh, this one's got bendy ones. So that isn't even a big deal if this were to fall, because these are actually pretty bendy on this one, which is not usually the case. Not exactly sure how it wants you to, maybe on a foot joint. It's not the best stand height-wise, as you can tell. It isn't going to do too good a job of holding him up, but it's better than nothing. So, first up, big win for this figure. And, as a note, if you are interested in Defiance, which probably is collected in an anthology, Amanda Ripley from Isolation does show up in that comic book, which is pretty cool. All right, and the next figure on our journey today is another Xenomorph. So this is the Covenant Xenomorph, which a lot of people are calling the Protomorph, because it's like the prototype that David comes up with for the alien figures, or alien figures, for the alien species, the Xenomorph species in the movie. No spoilers if you haven't seen it. So yes, look at that. So the box is a little bit more preferable to the kind of boxes I tend to like on my figures. As you can tell, he's packaged very similar. But yeah, so this one is a little different than a lot. This is actually, if I recall, a completely new sculpt for the alien figures. I know a lot of, like I said, NECA is great. I love NECA. I have a lot of NECA figures, but they're wisely so reuse a lot of sculpt pieces, like puzzle. Like this one is completely new, because as it being a prototype, a protomorph, it's got a very similar box to the one my Jason Voorhees came in, I'd say, with the actual detailing. You can see on the inside there's an actual egg. Yeah, the face on it, that is more the white one, I would say, for how that actually looks, because that's not how our alien looks. The inside is the same as our other figure, for the actual, like, zip tie, or not zip ties, but ties. So we've just got to unwind some of these bad boys. And, like, you can tell, like, the color scheme is very much the same as the other figure, but it is still a very different figure, save the coloring. So it's not New Hat Syndrome, as I like to call it, inspired by The Simpsons, where it's the exact same character, but you still have to buy it because she's got a new hat. So that's what I kind of call it. Like, I won't buy, now that I have like a really nice Jason Voorhees figure, which I unboxed on this channel a little while ago, I won't buy another Jason Voorhees figure like that. The only exception I might have is I've seen the really big ones, and there's a really nice Freddy Krueger one that's big, and I might be tempted to get both to kind of have duking it out. That said, there is a really nice NECA Freddy Krueger coming out. It was really next at San Diego Comic-Con, and I might just get him and have the two of them duke it out rather than invest in a bigger figure. So I try not to overdo it. I really overdid it with my Monster High figures. I collect Monster High, and I have a lot of the same figures simply because she came with a new hat. That's why I don't do that anymore, because it's a waste of money. Alright. So, this is our Protomorph. As you can see, similar color, but like I said, see how the dome there is smooth and narrow, whereas the Defiance one, you can kind of see, same color, very different look. Very, very, very different. So, another difference, you can look at the abdomen on the Defiance abdomen versus the Covenant. Very different look to a lot of it. Even these bad boys on the back, you can see they're a different size. This ones aren't nearly as bendy as the other. They actually feel like they would come out, whereas this ones are definitely much more attached. So, and you can see again, like simple things, like the knee joints are very different. Like this is a completely different sculpt of the foot. The tail has the, like you can see it's very spiny, rather than this one, the spines are a lot, they're actually on both sides, but they're a lot shorter. So they are, despite being similar, they are very different figures. This one's only got the much more wide set of teeth and the interior mouth. So you can see, like, despite them being that same color, the figure itself is very, very, very different. This one is quite sharp. Another difference is these bad boys here, they are solid on this one, whereas they are hollow on that one. So let's see if we can get him to look up. There we go. Oh, yes. Now this one, like I was saying, this one doesn't come with a stand. So maybe they just knew because of the way the feet are on this one. As you can see, the big difference there is the feet. Maybe the Defiance one doesn't stand very well. So they were like, all right, we'll just throw in a stand before people complain. Man, even the hands, as you can see there, the hands, so that's the Covenant, and this is Defiance. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they have 2 attached, which is pretty cool. This one is so it is 6 as well, but it is much more humanoid in its hand, which is, again, like these little details about these figures are just fantastic. Now I wonder, some of these, like we have the gorilla alien from another one of the comics, and the dome actually does come off on that one, and he's got like a gorilla face, which is really cool. That is one that dropped off the shelf, and one of these did break off from it. Thankfully, with the magic of super glue, it is now back attached. So yeah, these guys, they can be very delicate. A short fall will often cause a bit of a break. So this is the Protomorph from Alien Covenant, and I like Covenant. I know a lot of people weren't a big fan, but I like Prometheus. I thought Covenant was probably the scariest one since the original Alien. Obviously, the original Alien is never going to be outdone in terms of scares in the series, but I thought it was a well-done movie. I would recommend it. Oh, even his toes, man. Yeah, so if you're a fan of the movie, well, the movies, these are both great figures. Okay, you can tell this one's more muscles, like sinewy muscles, whereas this one's got more of an exoskeleton on the side. Look at that. Just these little details. So from a distance, yeah, it's like, come on, zoom. Yes. So from a distance, you'd be like, it's the same figure. But like when you actually examine the figure, they are quite different figures. Just because the color's the same doesn't mean they're anywhere close to the same figure. Both good choice, I'd say. If you're a fan, they're great figures to add to your collection. They're super, super posable. Look, they're friends. I love them. I think they're great. So, again, Defiance, Covenant, both good choices. These both came from CMD store in Montreal, Canada. Shipping time was great. They showed up, like I said, today, and we ordered them only a few days ago. So, and it is nice to support a Canadian small business. Pretty sure they do quite well for themselves. But yeah, we've ordered a ton of stuff from them over the years. They are fantastic. If you are looking for another resource for some cool figures, CMD store, fantastic. Plus, cmdstore.ca is all in Canadian prices, which is great. So it's kind of a heads up where we got them, just in case you were like, well, where can I get them? Anyway, that is it for myself and my new Xenomorphs. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.